Thank you for joining our program, Beyond the Horizon, Imagining OER Sustainability at the Consortia Level. I'm Elizabeth Clarage, Director of Collection Service at CARLI, the Consortium of Academic and Research Libraries in Illinois. I'm joined by my CARLI colleagues, Nicole Swanson, Assistant Director, Membership Outreach and Library Services, and Michele Leigh, Senior Coordinator of Open Illinois. In this program, we are going to talk about sustaining our and our members' OER efforts after grant projects conclude. CARLI is a library consortium. Our member libraries are from all Illinois public universities, all community colleges, and most private colleges and universities, including special and research libraries like the Illinois State Library and the Abraham Lincoln Presidential Library. We work with our academic library members and through them to their local community to expand open education within the state. CARLI has been thoughtful about its approach to grant funding and included in its proposals programming that would benefit all members, not only those that received funding to create open educational resources. For example, in fall 2021, CARLI received a grant from the Fund for the Improvement of Post-Secondary Education from the U.S. Department of Education, its open textbook pilot program. Illinois Scores, our grant, included virtual programming to expand general knowledge about open educational resources. And then in fiscal year 24, the Illinois State Library, part of the Illinois Secretary of State's office, provided grants for the creation of OER. CARLI received a grant from that program to help support those efforts. And again, we provided virtual programs to support the institutions that received those creation grants. As these grants wind down, we are planning how to sustain our OER momentum. I'll now turn this over to my colleague, Nicole.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Our current infrastructure includes a whole community that supports the sustainability of our OER efforts. For running the federal and state grants, we brought together an internal team of 8 CARLI staff with a variety of expertise that includes OER, but also includes grants management and programming knowledge. CARLI member library workers are part of this community. We've had 9 members serving each year on a standing OER committee since 2017. Our network of member trainers include current and past OER committee members and members CARLI is funded to attend the Open Education Network certificates in Open Education Librarianship and Open Pedagogy and the Creative Commons certificate programs. Participants of these programs share their knowledge gained with our community. We've hired external specialists to help support our OER grants. 5 trainers help build up knowledge across the state on 3D printing, instructional design, accessibility, copyright and Creative Commons, and diversity, equity, and inclusion. A proofreader helped grant teams polish their OER created, and a graphic artist helped design the OER textbook covers to include a consistent look across all OER developed as part of this federal grant. Our infrastructure also includes several repositories and platforms that maintain distribution, discovery, and support creation and remixing. Our OER Commons Open Illinois Hub provides a place for all 124 CARLI member institutions to share OER created, but also explore curated OER collections by subject and find OER developed specifically in Illinois. 31 member institutions have created their own institutional pages on our Open Illinois Hub. LibreText was the platform selected for hosting our federal and state grants, so all grant recipients were initially provided access. In August, CARLI offered all 124 of our member institutions the option to opt in to use LibreText for the next 3 years. Our Open Education Network membership allows us to use the OEN dashboard to track interest and adoption of OER after faculty workshops, but also allows us to share and participate in OEN's programming and committees. The final part of our infrastructure we'd like to share is how we're building and sustaining our OER community through professional development opportunities. We offer members recurring trainings and conversations, including a virtual course, Understanding and Promoting Open Educational Resources, which meets for 3 weekly 1.5-hour sessions and has trained 316 members since fiscal year 21. An OER faculty workshop that has reached 482 faculty, a newer Open Pedagogy Workshop that has reached 92 faculty, and topical OER community chats, which have reached 391 members. For grant recipients and all members, we offer creation workshops, including how to apply for a grant, project management, 3D printing, instructional design, accessibility, copyright and Creative Commons, and LibreText. We like to highlight members' OER successes during our Open Ed Week virtual programming and recently had the opportunity to do so in person at our July conference, which celebrated the great work of our grant recipients. We also host programming on new initiatives, hot topics, and what's happening across the broader OER community. And now I'll hand things over to Michele.
Okay, written into our SCORES grant is a goal of building sustainability and growing OER expertise and usage across the state. In assessing our work thus far, we looked at the types of attendees to our OER creation workshops in relation to the total Carly membership. We have had, in assessing those members, we realized we have had 100% attendance from our public university members. 74.4% of the community college members have attended a workshop, and 45% of colleges, private colleges and universities, 25% of our special research libraries, and over the course of our workshops, we've also had a few high school and public libraries in attendance. In building our Carly future, we recognize that as a consortia, we of course specialize in helping libraries and librarians. Our OER work, however, necessitates that we expand our efforts beyond the library. And in an effort to do that, we have established a few tasks for the future. One of those is we've been asked by our OER committee to create specialist subject area meetups. And these will be events where we have teams from across the state working together on certain areas to help facilitate collaboration and sharing. We also have developed, as Nicole mentioned, our student course materials survey, and we've been asked to repeat that survey as well as add a faculty survey, which will look at faculty knowledge and usage of OER across the state. We also are working for advocacy to help continue and create open education funding across the state, and we are working with several groups, including the Illinois Open Education Group, the Illinois Library Association, participating in the Open Education Network meetup, and the Midwest Higher Education Compact. We are also engaging in statewide conversations through many of these groups. We are also working to collaborate with other consortia outside of the state to help build a sustainable future. And as part of our efforts, we as our team, are doing several conference presentations, and we have asked many of our OER creators, faculty across the state, and they are also presenting in their subject areas on open education work that Carly is doing to help spread the word and to move beyond our state. With that, we would like to thank you for attending and watching our presentation. And you can, if you want to contact us to get more information, you can contact us at support@carly.illinois.edu. Thank you very much.